Hi there, and welcome to my Stellaris Let's Play, Advanced Strategy, Tips and Tricks. This is episode 14. In this episode, I'm going to look at housing stability and emigration, cruisers, embassies, and reliquaries. I hope you enjoy the episode. Welcome back to the League of Isavera, and let us look at what our civilization is doing. So we have our ruler, Himalurd, and he has Eye for Talent, that's good. Space Miner, I like that one. Reformer, plus 10% Unity, that's alright. We have a fair number of worlds. Now we have 7 planets. And we have a little small fleet here, which we are slowly building up. On a global galactic scale, we have some friendly neighbours and some slightly less friendly, a federation far off, and then some determined exterminators on the far edge of the galaxy who think we are complete organic filth. So on this world I do currently have positive amenities, but that is only due to my luxury goods distributed. So I am going to build a holo theatre to increase my Unity output, but mainly to get those plus 20 amenities. So by putting that one in, once this expires in 240 days, I'm going to go into negative amenities for a bit, and then the holo theatre is going to pull me back out again, which will be great. And I will also build another district because I'm about to have extra pops with unemployment soon, I believe. So I'll queue that up. And then looking at my homeworld, that's doing fine. I've got plenty of researchers there at the moment. I'm pumping out 470 science, which is a reasonable number. I have a little bit of housing issue, but that's actually not reducing my stability, so I'm not going to worry about the housing there. Moving on to the next planet, I've got a little bit of housing issues. Due to a lower population, the -1 housing has a slightly larger effect on stability. So I'm more worried than I am on my homeworld, but I'm still not going to do anything. I might build a district because both of these are going to finish in the next, somewhere in the region of year or so. So I'd have 2 pops there. So in fact, I want to make sure that I have a free job for them. So I'm going to build another energy district here. And then let's look at this planet. Well, I'm going to have a problem with population soon, so I'm going to build another mining district so I've got more jobs available. Let's go through all of our worlds, really. So this one we're fine on. This world is fine. And this world is fine. I'm upgrading the planetary administration, and we are going. Also making sure to continue fleshing out the corners of my empire. And complete the archaeological sites that are in my space. And what have we got on the Senate floor? Let's have a look. Buzzword standardization. Well, plus 20% diplomatic weight from economy and plus 5% trade value. That all sounds good to me. We currently have the strongest diplomatic weight in the galactic community, and we want to keep that up. So physics research has been completed. Now I've got a choice. I've got some good sensors. I could get an increased hyperdrive, better combat computers, a cold fusion reactor. That would be all okay. Increased colony ship development speed. That's not really very useful right now, but it would have been useful earlier. At this point, I'm actually going to take the sensors because that's going to increase my sensor range and increase the tracking on my ships, which will increase their ability to hit. And it's also the lowest technology cost. I'm not really particularly bothered by any of these close combat options. They're all roughly similar. So I'm going to just pick the cheapest one, which has kind of got a good output. So the reason I've got quite a lot of emigration on my homeworld at the moment is mainly due to this -1 housing. That's pushing a lot of my pop growth to other planets. Specifically, I believe this planet here, which is on 3.1, and this planet here on 3.2. So I'm getting lots of pop growth on these two, but I'm sacrificing it on my core worlds, which I want to stop, really. But I can only stop that once I've upgraded the planetary administration, so very soon. So looking at my carrier cruiser design here, I don't really have many options. I don't yet have the ability to look at all the slots I have. So I don't yet have the ability to build any hangar bays. I can't build those on my ship. I mean, I could, but I'd get a scout wing definitely not worth it. I don't have any better weapons technologies. I'm kind of slow on the weapons technology here, but that's okay. Really, I've not got any dangerous neighbors that I need to worry about, and we're only at 2250. I'm not going to have to worry about the mid-game crisis yet. I don't think the mid-game's meant to start until 2275 in this run, and I don't need to worry about the end game yet, because that's the end game crisis is going to come around 2400, because I've set the end game year start to be 2350, and the mean time for the crisis to spawn is around 50 years. So I'm still a good way off combat, but looking at what I do have, I've got combat computers now. Carrier computer would be fantastic if I had access to carrier hangar bays, because I'd be able to sit at range at plus 25% ship engagement range. I could sit well outside somebody else's weapons, and my fighters would fly in and they would be destroying star bases. It would also mean I'd be able to hit opponent ships before they would get to me. Next, we've got the artillery computer. That's going to increase the range, which is good, and the ship fire rate. So it's going to put us at a range of 80, which is outside of the range of some weapons, especially medium weapons. See, these are range 75. I'm going to get a plus 5% bonus on that, though, which is going to push me over that 80 threshold. So even though I've got medium components with a lower range, my combat computer is going to put me over that range, so I'm going to be in range with them. The line computer is pretty garbage. Chance to hit plus 5, ship fire rate plus 5%. That's fine, but it's pretty garbage. The ship fire rate here plus 5%, and the weapons range is going to be a bit better, because I'm going to be firing first, and so I'm going to get my first volume before my opponent. The combat picket computer, well, that's going to increase my tracking, which would be good if I'm facing lots and lots of small corvettes. But I've got my own corvettes. They can deal with the opposing corvettes. I'm not really sure I need that picket computer right now. I don't know the composition of enemy fleets, so I'm going to go with this design here with the artillery computer and a big bunch of coil guns. Mainly coil guns, because my blue lasers at a range of 60 would be out of range with my artillery computer. In terms of my extra parts, I've only got the reactor booster. I don't want to put that on. I'm going to keep my sensors. My thrusters are the lowest level. I really should look into upgrading those. And my fusion reactor is doing fine at this power output. So that's the cruiser I'm going to build. And basically I'm going to build some cruisers now. I'll build 2 of them. And all I'll do is I will retrofit them once I have the fighter technology. That will allow me to basically change the fleets up, and I'll already have them. It'll be a small cost to move over. And now I've got some research coming up. Fantastic. Cloning is done. That's good. Now let's see what I've got available. So, Sonic Theory and Centralized Command. I'm again not going to pick those just yet. I don't need them. An admin cap plus 5% at 5,000 research is okay, but admin plus 10 flat and the ability to upgrade the admin building, that seems a bit better. So right off the bat, I know that colonial bureaucracy is going to be slightly better than effective bureaucracy at this low level of administrative capacity. Because plus 5% is going to be much less than a plus 10 flat. So I'm probably going to take that if I pick one of the 2. Increased naval capacity, well, I don't need that yet. I'm nowhere near my naval cap. I've also still got starbase capacity, so I could build anchorages if I wanted them. Tomb world habitability, well, I've got no tomb worlds. That's not true, is it? I have a bunch of tomb worlds along here. That's interesting. So actually, at this point, I think I am going to take tomb world habitability. Yeah, I'm going to take that because I'm going to try and increase my habitability to live on these tomb worlds over here. And to do that, I'm also going to be trying to finish my cybernetic ascension, my synthetic ascension, to upgrade to cybernetics. Now looking here, what do I have available? So increased mining station outputs, that would be nice. I don't want the build speed right now. I don't care about the better armor just yet. I am going to take the increase to my mining station outputs, because that'll increase my energy and mineral station outputs across the board, and I've got quite a large number of them. So I want to increase my engineering research so I can try and get this under 50 months, because at the moment 60 months is 5 years. That's a long time to lose out on engineering research. So to do that, I'm going to increase the number of researchers I have on my capital. It's going to be that simple. To do that, I will upgrade another research complex, And I'm going to use this, keep this slot empty because I want to build an embassy complex there. Now, an embassy complex is great. That's going to increase the number of envoys I have available, so I can increase my diplomatic weight in the Galactic Senate. Now, the embassy complex, though, you can only build it on your capital, so it's quite an important building to leave space for on your capital. And given that I'm at 45, it's going to be another 5 population until I unlock another building slot, which is why I'm going to build it there. Now, I've got the crystals for it, so at this point I am going to build it on the capital, absolutely. So let's queue that up as well. I've completed an archaeological site. Fantastic, so I should have found another one. Where is it? Let's see where it is. Please be in my space. Oh, thank goodness, it's in my space. Brilliant. That will mean that I'll be able to complete the Zeroni chain without too much in the way of trouble. And at this edge of the corner of my space, let's send that star. Let's build a starbase there. Let's check out how we're doing. Well, we can now build better alloy foundries. And I think that's something I'm going to do. I've got plenty of minerals. What's the job layout here look like? Well, lots of energy jobs. Let's do it. So I'm going to upgrade this alloy megaforge. I've got plenty of volatile motes as well. And I want to upgrade a second alloy megaforge somewhere in my space. Where can I do that? Where do I have another alloy megaforge? Well, here I don't have another alloy megaforge, but what I do have is the ability to build an exotic gas refinery, which I'm going to do to make sure that I have the exotic gas input that I'll need to maintain this extra research complex. And I'm going to build another research complex over there as well. Now, I've got lots of energy saved up, so I'm actually going to attempt to open some reliquaries. Now, the reason you might open some reliquaries is that you can get the Galatron. It's as simple as there's a very low chance of getting it. You can only open 5 reliquaries per game. It's always good to get that, especially if you're on Iron Man mode, to try and get the achievement. I think it's worth it. So I'm going to purchase some caravan coins. I'll buy, do I want 8,000 or 12,000? I think I'm going to buy 12,000. I've got plenty of energy. We have something else in mind. Open a reliquary. It contains some consumer goods. That's kind of crap, but what can you do? So I have completed my physics research, and now I've got some new choices. Straight off the bat, I can see that there's a research institute available. I'm almost certainly going to take that. That's going to increase my research output on a planet by 15%. I want one of these on my capital. I want one of these on every world with research. It's just going to be really good. Barrier point defense, that's Experimental subspace navigation, I wouldn't bother unless you're really kind of locked in and you need to send a scout ship off to survey something. Even then, I wouldn't even really say it's worth it. Not for 6,000 research, no. But Interplanetary Research Initiative, definitely worth it. Now in the Galactic community, I've just seen that the Form Galactic Council resolution has come up. I'm definitely going to support that one. I want to be in the Galactic Council on it. I want to have all of the powers. But I want them to come in at the right time as I reduce the membership, I get my veto rights, and then I'm going to then I'll be able to pass whatever laws and resolutions I want to have in here. Something I'm also going to look at pushing for is this regulatory facility. Now that's going to increase my diplomatic weight from economy, and I'm going to have a strong economy, which is good. It's also going to increase my pop resource output, but it will decrease my habitability. The time it's going to take for that to come in, I should have my cybernetics by then, which is going to give me a plus 20%, so I hopefully can ignore this minus 2%. And I'm going to push up here all the way to at least building a better tomorrow for the minus 10% habitability, but plus 5% alloys and 15% minerals. And I might go one step further along to here at the minus 20%. Project Cornucopia, though, I probably won't go that far. Environmental ordnance waivers is definitely good, but this one, the minus 25%, I'm actually going to start feeling that. It's not going to increase my ally output very much. I mean, once you get to the building a better tomorrow, you're basically there. It's just if you're having some mineral issues, you might go up to this one. Now I'm actually going to take the cheapest technology available, which will be the fusion missiles. Everything else here is a military technology. I don't really care for it, and I want to re-roll it. I mean, plus 100 hull points on corvettes is good. And it's only 2 extra ones. No, actually, I'll take the corvette hull points because I want to re-roll, basically. I don't want this increased destroyer build speed right now. I don't care for the cruiser hulls. I don't really care for any of it. So I'm going to take this one. It'll finish quite quickly because I've got big bonuses. And then I'll be able to start. And then after this is finished, I'll probably start my cybernetic upgrade because I'm at plus 561 there, which is good. Let's upgrade this planet's capital as well. So now at -3 housing, so I'm getting some slight stability issues, which is decreasing my pop growth. But even then, I'm across the board at 4.6. That's higher than when I started the game, so I'm not particularly worried. And because I don't have any migration treaties, I know that those pops are not going to be going anywhere. They're all going to be spreading out somewhere within my empire, which is good. I'm happy with that. Here is where I'm going to leave this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you've got any questions or any feedback, please leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.